Welcome everyone. This is going to be a video on how to do the Lab 1 assignment, or what I'm calling the lab report number 1. I'm going to scroll down to Blackboard. Okay, my computer's acting a little funny. Let's try that again. Here we go. Go down to our class. I'm going to click on week 1 and I'm going to go down to the lab. I just added this. I put some more instructions in here, and I did add this is how you're going to complete lab number 1. So if you didn't see this, go back and read it. I'm going to be in this area, and then I also added how to submit lab report number 1, which is going to be using this answer sheet. This is what I want you to use. You're going to save that to your computer. And then down here it talks about how you're going to turn it in, which is oddly enough named Turn It In. So you're going to click on this link to do that. So I'm going to go back up here. So I'm going to click on this. Here's the link, and this is where the video is going to be that you're now watching. Now, like I said, I would come up here. This is called a cartridge, and this is lab number 1. It's called Introduction to Science Lab Experiment. I'm going to click on the new window, and here you go. Now, this part of an online course is going to require you to do some reading. I don't mind going through and showing you how to do the experiments, but there is a part of this that you will benefit from having to go through and actually read this yourself. In the future, some of these get a little more complicated. I will definitely give you some videos on what we're doing. But this is basic background, and I said this before, this particular lesson, lab report number 1 or assignment is going to be a bonus. It's going to be an extra grade for you. If you do it and do a good job, I'm going to give you 100. So you can start the semester off great. And like I said, check the My Grades tab for due dates for your lab report assignments. This is a video on the scientific method. It goes through and breaks it down on if you're going to do an experiment. You know, science is very highly regulated. It's regulated by laws. You can't just show up to a science conference and say, hey, I've discovered this great new thing. It doesn't work that way. You have to follow what is called the scientific method. And this is a great breakdown on how to do that. You go through, you have to form a hypothesis, you have to actually go through and do your experiment, collect your data, and then form a conclusion. And was your hypothesis correct or was it not? And your hypothesis is your question. You know, what are you trying to solve with your particular experiment or study? It does go through here on variables. Once again, these are great videos. You know, a thing on controls, which is any kind of science or biology course. You do talk about things that are called variables, dependent, independent variables. You get to do a little bit of an experiment with that. And down here, which is actually a good thing, it does show you how to do some conversions. This is actually going to help you if you're going to be an allied health person. And it does give you a really nice video here on how to do that. And how to do percent error, things like that. So like I said, this part I'd like you to go through. There's some little questions you can answer. I'm going to go down here where it has assignments and procedures. Now go do these lab drills. They're great. They're a great review for you. It's interactive, so it's a good thing. Now, assignments and procedures. And yes, this one has 6, and then at the end it has design an experiment. Like I said, this is a bonus for you, and you have quite a bit of time to do these lab reports. So data interpretation. All right, now like I said, here is, you can use this. Now in this case, they have it on the computer. This is actually a PDF. If you want to write these down on a piece of paper, it's going to ask you to go through these tables and answer all of these questions for that particular assignment. Now, Testable Observations, well, same thing. You're going to read through this, you're going to make some observations, and record your data on a piece of paper, or you can have another computer open, or however you're viewing this. This is cell phone, tablet friendly, so it actually works really good. But be recording down your data and recording your answers. Conversions, it's going to ask you to go through and do some of these simple conversions. We used to do this in the lab. We don't so much anymore, but it's actually a good thing. It really is. It's you have to do certain conversions in your allied health programs. However, whatever reason you're taking this course for. Accuracy and precision, you get the idea. Like here's significant digits. Don't really use this a whole lot in anatomy. This is more of a chemistry type. Chemistry, some research, but you can see these are pretty short. And then it comes down to percent error, how to calculate that. So you're going to go through and look at all of these. You're going to write down your answers, and then I want you to move back out. I'm going to back up here. And I was just under this link. Now down here, here's your answer sheet. Now I've modified some of these, the ones that you're going to be doing in the future, definitely modified those. But here's where you're going to record your answers, and see here's the rubric that's going to be used. It says this report does not require any photographs. Good deal. It is a bonus, like I said. And here's where you're going to put your answers. See, there is a numeric value for each question. And each one is each lab report is worth 100 points. And this one has, you saw that, has, I believe it's 6. Let me go down to the bottom here. Yeah, percent error. I did not have you do the one that says, come up with your own experiment. You do not have to do that one. All right. Now you're going to save this document to your computer. You're then going to transfer your answers to that document, save it to your computer. You're going to go down here. You're going to click on where it has click here to submit lab report number 1. It's going to be the same for all of these. Mine's going to look different. You're going to hit this little submit button up here in the corner like this. You're going to type in lab report number 1. File upload. You're going to browse your computer. You're going to select your file. I guess I could do this one. It's a PDF, but it's a rubric. And then you're going to hit submit paper. Very simple. And then I will get that back to you as soon as I can. So that is lab report number 1.